This is the SF Productions Podcast Network.
Competing with the Stars.
From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
And I'm Mark. You can check out our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com. Well, thought today we'd talk about reality shows, kind of a cheap way to fill up airtime with the networks.
And particularly about reality shows involving celebrities.
And celebrities competing.
Yes. Because we love Dancing with the Stars.
Right. And that's basically the only one I particularly like.
Well, yeah.
Now, it really goes back to the old panel shows of the 50s and 60s, you know, like What's My Line, To Tell the Truth, and I've Got a Secret.
So were the celebrities on there like the celebrities that we have on shows now? I mean,
well,
Arlene Francis or...
In a way, because, you know, there'd be like newspaper columnists and publishers, and, you know, they weren't really
Bennett Cerf.
Bennett Cerf, yeah.
Yes.
They weren't, in a lot of cases, they were Broadway stars. I mean, they weren't necessarily TV stars.
Yeah, it wasn't the movie stars or something like that. So I guess you're right.
And in fact, some of them became TV stars because they were on these shows.
Right.
Just like reality shows today generate TV celebrities.
Yes.
So in the 70s, you went into things like game shows, especially things like Password and $20,000 Pyramid.
Betty White, you know, she really took off on Password.
Right. And then in the latter half of the 70s, there were these celebrity events like Battle of the Network Stars and Circus of the Stars.
Right.
And these are actually a lot closer to what we see today in terms of reality shows. Mm-hmm. And then the last point here, before we move on to today, is if you saw a game show with All-Star in front of it that didn't used to, that meant the show was about to be canceled.
Because they were bringing in extra celebrity power to try and keep it alive.
Right. So when true reality shows began, the competition format was an obvious thing to do.
Right.
Because you had plenty of these celebrities to compete, again, partially being generated by other reality shows.
Right.
Now, we mentioned Dancing with the Stars, and we're now about halfway through the season there.
And we are going to revisit our predictions for just a second.
Yes. And so right now, Mindy's way ahead on points. We both thought that Dorothy Hamill would go a lot farther than she did.
And she would have if it hadn't been for the health issues. So
right.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that.
Sure. You got Winona Judd exactly right.
Yes.
So she was the 11th person out, or the second person, technically. We split on Lisa Vanderpump. We were both one position away on that. Mm-hmm. You were much closer on D.L. Hughley than I was.
Yes, and he was the last person that was eliminated.
As we're taping this.
This taping.
So we'll see what happens. And again, we're going to do a special episode where we'll cover it at the end of the season. Then they tried to clone Dancing with the Stars with Skating with the Stars, which quickly failed.
No.
And then, of course, you've got Celebrity Apprentice over on NBC.
But, you know, Celebrity Apprentice does much better than Regular Apprentice.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I mean, you know, that's another one where you have this show with regular people and you have this show with celebrities, and the celebrities do better, even though they're really C or D-list celebrities.
At best.
At best.
Then you've got I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here over on ABC, which was essentially Survivor with celebrities.
Yes. And of course now the actual Survivor has started sticking, you know, celebrities in.
Yeah.
The girl from Facts of Life was on the last Celebrity, or the last
regular Survivor. And then there were two different celebrity diving competitions. Two different ones.
And this is so sad.
Yeah. There was Stars in Danger, the High Dive on Fox, which was already been canceled.
Did it air more than one or two episodes?
I think maybe one or two, and that was it. And then Splash, which is actually preceding Dancing with the Stars, and on ABC, and they're in the middle of season 1 right now. And this really doesn't make a lot of sense of the format, because this is real work to do,
and you
really
actually
have to be trained.
Going to be more prone to injuries in this than you are in dancing, I think.
Right, and as so far, 3 of the celebrities have had to give up due to injuries.
I think it's really, really irresponsible to put somebody like who was it, Louis Anderson
on
the show.
Right,
really irresponsible.
Yeah. And then you've got Stars Earn Stripes over on NBC, which were celebrities in combat situations.
Right. And then, of course, you have all these other celebrity shows that don't involve competition. Things like Celebrity Rehab,
Sure.
or the shows where let's display our married life for everyone to comment on.
Yeah.
With the Kardashians, or Tori Spelling, or Juliana Rancic.
Or Real Housewives shows.
Yes, but the difference there being that the Real Housewives weren't celebrities until Real Housewives.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. And now one of them is on Dancing with the Stars, so there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what happens is a lot of these shows, Dancing with the Stars always has somebody from The Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't famous until they were on The Bachelor,
Right.
and that's how they became a star. So it's very circular.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Very circular.
But as long as there are reality shows to churn out these new celebrities, there will be resulting celebrity reality shows. As you said, very circular type thing.
Unfortunately. Although some of them are addictive.
Yeah.
You can check out our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com. From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
And I'm Mark. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.